So one of the best ways of making money on Sorare is buying a backup under 23 goalkeeper that isn't currently playing, so they're massively down in price, and then if they eventually get the starting spot, they can absolutely explode in price. We're going to be looking at several keepers that have big potential next season, maybe in 2 seasons time or so, preferably next season though. They're the main ones that I'm going to be looking at, and hopefully we can make some good money. For cheap and reliable FUT23 coins, head over to u7buy.com. They deliver fast and reliable FUT23 coins, and make sure to use code MUZZ for 6% off at checkout. Links in the description. Now, none of this is going to be financial advice, and I'll also let you know if I've got any of their cards. I'm not going to be bumping many of their cards. I've got a few of them, but on a whole, I haven't got many of them. And I have no clue why my lights are glaring so much, but we're going to have to deal with it. Right, anyway, the first goalkeeper we are going to be looking at is going to be Lemens. Now, this guy, I was trying to get my hands on him in rare for the longest time last year. This guy is very, very highly rated at Club Brugge, so he's currently the backup to Mignolet. I don't think he's making the squad anymore. So yeah, I believe Lemens has gone to the under-23s to get some game time, because he was just rotting on the bench for quite a while. However, a big thing with Lemens is he is out of contract this summer, and he was heavily linked away in January. I don't know how he didn't leave, to be honest. It looked like he was going to go to Leeds. It still looks like he's probably going to go to Leeds. Now, this is where the trick could become. He could become one of the best goalkeepers, and I'm not going to get too carried away, but my thought process is, if Leeds go down, so if they get relegated, Meslier is most likely going to be linked away. I think a lot of clubs will be after him. I can't see Meslier staying in the Championship, so I think Leeds will probably sell him on for extra cash as well, because they'll probably get some decent cash for Meslier. So they'll need a keeper, and obviously they were heavily linked with Lemens before. So if they went to the Championship, Lemens could be Leeds' starting keeper. That is my thought process anyway. Will Leeds go down? It's tough to say right now. I'd say maybe. The only risk with this is if he does go to Leeds, and obviously Leeds stay in the Premier League, he will be the backup to Meslier, and he could be the backup for a long time. So there's a slight risk. There's a risk with all of these keepers, to be fair, but there's a bit of high reward there. If he's going to be a Championship goalkeeper, he could be one of the best under-23 keepers. He's got long usage as well, up until 2027. And yeah, as you can see, in January he was heavily linked away. Lemens is close to signing with Leeds. He would have been the backup keeper, obviously, for this season, but like I said, if they go down, I could see him being their starting goalkeeper. Right, okay, into the next potential starter, we have got a bit of an interesting one. We have got Etienne Green. Now, if you guys have played Sorare, you guys will definitely have heard of this guy. He has been in and out, especially this season. He has been in and out quite literally, because I think he had back-to-back red cards, which is mental. And he lost his spot in the end. Yeah, he had a red card there, 2-game suspension, and then he got sent off again, 2-game suspension. Somehow he still got back in the team, but the manager obviously had enough of him. It's got to the point now though where, similar to Lemens, he's not even on the bench anymore, so he's gone to the under-23s or the young team, whatever you want to call it. So he's still at Saint Etienne. The big thing with this is, once again, in January he was linked with, I don't know how strong the rumours were, but he was linked with Stoke City, and Stoke City were needing a keeper in January because their starting keeper, I believe, went to Club Brugge. So Etienne Green is going to be linked everywhere in the summer, I think. He could be linked to a lot of Championship clubs if they need a keeper, and he could even stay in the French second division, but I highly doubt he will stay at Saint Etienne if he's not going to be the starter, because I think that Dreyer is doing quite well at the minute. They're keeping a lot of clean sheets, Saint Etienne. I say Dreyer, they actually brought in a new keeper. They brought in this highly rated 26-year-old who they brought in, I think, January. Yeah, they brought him in January. And they've kept quite a few clean sheets since he's come in. So looks like he's probably going to be their main keeper, I'm guessing. In terms of where this guy could go, I don't know. But the list is endless. And the potential of him becoming a bit of a beast, for the price, he's coming in at quite a cheap price. About £10 for his limited. And he's about £200 for his rare. So you can get him for a reasonable price, especially if he ends up becoming a starter and gets consistent minutes. He could be big, especially if he goes to the Championship. So keep an eye on Etienne Green. Right, this next one is quite undercover. Not a lot of people will know or have much information on this guy, probably, unless you follow Rayo Vallecano. But this guy, in January, once again, he was linked with a few clubs in the second Spanish division. He was linked on loan, I believe. I'm not sure what his contract situation is like. A fly's doing my tits in. But if anyone wants to check his contract situation as well, help you a little bit. But his price compared to the others, I mean, you can get his limited for £3. I do own one of his limiteds. You can also get a rare if you can get an auction for around £60. So the risk is very, very low. You're paying not much money. You've still got quite a lot of usage. So my thought process here is in the main La Liga at the minute. I think he'll be with the under-23s of Vallecano, so he's not on the bench at the minute. But he used to play in the second division as well, and it looked like he did okay. So yeah, he only had a short period. But my thought process is, in the summer, he's probably going to go down a league. He's going to go to the second La Liga. And you guys know, like, the second La Liga division keepers, like, for some reason, there's not loads of goals in them divisions, so they keep a lot of clean sheets. And they can end up becoming really good goalkeepers. And there's an awful lot of games in the second La Liga as well. So for the price, that could be a massive, like, undercover player. I only won't own one of his limiteds, by the way. I probably will look around for some of his rares if I can catch his next auction. But he is definitely one to keep an eye out on. I will quickly show you. So I do think he had a few other moves that he could possibly have gone to, but here was one of them. On deadline day, he was close to joining. He has not had time to carry out the entire loan operation, Real Oviedo. So yeah, they're in the second La Liga. So he's going to be linked to a lot of second La Liga teams. And okay, the final player we are going to cover in today's video is going to be the man himself, Mr. Fofana. If you guys are interested in a part 2, by the way, I've got several other keepers that I do think could become starters as well. So if you'd like a part 2, do let me know. And please do drop a like as well, so then I'll know you do like them. So anyway, this next goalkeeper is probably one of the most expensive ones in this video. However, he's still affordable. He's like £16 for his limited. How much for his rare at the minute? £300, which, don't get me wrong, it's still quite a lot, but the potential price there can be is incredible. So the thing with him is right now he is injured. I don't know how much longer he is injured for, but he was playing in the second French division last season. And then Angers, they did get him on a free transfer, I believe. And he was actually starting to get minutes. So in the Ligue 1, in the French Ligue 1, which is mad. And then he ended up getting injured against Lille. He's been injured ever since, basically. Now, Angers, the team he plays for, if we go to Angers, they are absolutely shite. So they're bottom of the league. They are guaranteed to go down on 10 points. Now, they're going to be in the second French division. So, put 2 and 2 together, boys. I think Fofana's going to be the Angers goalkeeper in the second division, which, again, could be huge. You'd expect Angers to be one of the favourites, I guess, if they're going to go down. This guy as well, I don't think their fans like him. He's contracted till 2024 as well, so they might look to sell him on. Yeah, so I think Fofana's a bit of a no-brainer. He's a lot cheaper now as well, so if you want to pick him up right now, I should probably pick up a limited at least. And yeah, he does have under 23 till 2025 as well, so if he's going to be a nil starter, yeah, good usage as well. So yeah, they're the 4 goalkeepers I'm going to be covering in today's video. If you do pick any of them up, let me know which one you have decided to pick up. And if you've got any other goalkeepers as well, any other suggestions, if you guys have got any inside information. There was a guy in Channy's Discord, and I found it mad. He knows the Norwegian league like inside and out. He bought a rare goalkeeper for like as little as, I think it was as little as like £20 or something, because he knew like inside information about him, and he ended up becoming the starter. And he's worth like £400-500 now, I think. He wasn't an under 23 keeper, but just having inside information about some players is a big advantage. So if any of you guys have got some inside information about any under 23s that have a potential to start, let us know down in the comments. But anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys could drop a like, that'd be appreciated. I will do a part 2 if this video does any decent. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.